sugar. I've just realised it's the show tonight. I can't believe it. There's like 10 minutes to get ready. I need to find Belle. Let's get a shift on. Oh crap, we need a brew. Don't run with brews. Babe, what are you doing? We've got the show.
Why didn't you tell me sooner? 2 minutes.
Come on, what are you doing?
I said 2 minutes. You can't perfect this in less.
Right, come on, babe, we're late. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cooking the Haydens. I'm Car Boot Chris. This is Bargain Belle, my other half, and she helps out with the channel and the reselling and stuff now and again.
Now and again.
Don't you?
When it can be asked.
Yes, exactly. When she can be asked. I hope you're all well. I hope all your sales have been okay, and you've been listing plenty of stuff. You've been sourcing plenty of stuff because car boot sales are coming to an end soon. Or for a lot of us, for most of us, some people have all year round car boots, and you're lucky.
I thought this would happen. Mug, why are they always designed to be held the other way around?
Because people don't think about it. If you buy a Cooking the Haydens mug, you get a double-sided mug.
I did think that when I was making
Why
it.
don't
It's going to have a white.
Yeah, it's stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a left-handed mug, basically.
You a right-handed mug.
I'm just a right mug. Anyway, listen, I hope you're all good. If you're new here and you've never been before, welcome. You're in for a hell of a...
Ron, you still have time.
You're in for a hell of a good time tonight.
Can I just say, it's quite annoying. You've got the screen turned towards you, so I'm like...
Yeah, because my shoulder's killing me still. And I'm trying to see...
It's all about you.
Yeah,
it's
I'm in
all
charge.
About you.
Yeah, I'm in charge. Thank you very much. If you're new, make a comment, basically. Right, before we do Belle's hellos, if you want to get your hellos in, because we can't allow Belle to hit the bottom.
Oh, it's okay. Santa's doing fine on his own with that for spamming our chat. I've got to get past Santa's name first.
Right. Okay, so we can't allow Belle to hit the bottom. We've got to beat Belle to the bottom. So what we've got on tonight, we've got Belle's hellos coming up. We've got a load of shout outs to do. We have our topic is courtesy of DB Resells, Damien, who's in the chat. He's back on YouTube. Go and check out his channel. And Damien suggested talking about niching or having an everything store. And we have touched on this in the past. We've talked about it quite a bit, but we'll talk about it again tonight, and we'll talk about the pros and cons, who does what, and would you change if you had the chance, that kind of thing. But we'll talk about that later. Don't talk about it now. Also, we've got a charity shop haul, haul from charity shops. You heard it right. That's coming up. We've got a couple of oh no's, some thank yous, and we're going to talk about what I'm going to be giving away when we hit 10,000 subs, which is not that far off.
And it's not me that is giving away.
Okay. I think I've covered everything.
It's not me giving away.
Are you? I might do if you don't shut up. Oh my God, this is what I have to live with. She does not shut up. She's just rabbit.
When I do shut up, you ask me what's wrong constantly.
That's true. All right, what's going on? What's wrong?
Why are you
Tell
quiet?
me. Why is it quiet? I'm fine. That's the normal answer. I'm fine. Trust me.
Which is normally I'm not.
Right, listen. Okay. Oh, also, there's a poll in the chat. You might be able to see it. Hopefully, you can see it on mobile and desktop, wherever you're watching. There's a poll. It is the Queen's funeral next week on the 19th, Monday the 19th. So we've asked a question. We're going to leave it totally up to you guys. Do you want us to do a show next Monday night, or do you want us to pass? I'm okay either way. Me and Bella are okay either way. So you tell us what you want. And by the end of this show, we'll have an answer with the poll. So make sure you vote. It's very important. So listen, we've got to do Bell's hellos.
Now you've rabbited on for the last 10 minutes. There's going to be hundreds of them.
Yeah, I know. Hang on a second. Jesus, there is loads.
Thanks for that.
There is loads. Right. Oh, Brooks just put in a 2-month
right, you can stop talking now. I need to say hello.
Okay.
You just want me to lose.
It's a special super chat, but I can't highlight that one, Brooke, but everyone else can see it. Thank you, Brooke. Right, here we go. Are we ready? Let's see if you're live and kicking.
Oh, do you know? Hang on. Is that the one I need?
No, it's live chat. Amateur hour.
I could see the top a minute ago, and now I can't.
Well, it's probably because it's too much. So you'll have to just go for it.
Yeah, but I'm literally like way down past.
Right. Well, let's start then. Tori was in there and Santa were in there. The longer you leave it, the more you'll lose.
There was loads of people in there.
Well, I can't do anything about it.
You can not talk so much next time.
Right, we're ready.
So we've got Tori, we've got Brooke, we've got Jason Entwistle, Chris Tyler, Cornish Devon Dumpling, Helen Craddock, Tam and Bell Sells, Night's Life. There was loads of people I'm going to miss. Lindsay and Alvin, The Monkey Thrifter, Bell's Craft Corner, Oliver Ian, Sharon Bradford. I know Big Steve was in earlier. Mrs. Stationery and Stuff, Jack of All Trades.
Put your name back in.
UK.
Put your name back in.
John Gallen. Ivy Julie Harvey, Sharon Bradford, Big Girls Really Do Cry, Bills and Moons, Fire Retro, Yorkshire Mix, SB Reselling, Catan, Martin J, Lindsay and Alvin, Joe,
to project a bit more.
Bang Bang Duck, Fix It for Reselling, Chris Tyler, all the same names, Lisa, SB Reselling, Yvonne Craven.
We said Brummy Family?
No, probably not.
She's useless tonight.
I am. It's thrown me off. Fletch One, Laura Nafinity, Jason Mylan, Guaz.
You're not winning this one.
Julie Moti, that's your fault. You broke it. Sarah Ellen Tonks, Richard Henry, Santa.
We said Johnny 40 calls.
The Organised Hustle. Phil Higginson, DB Resells, James Brown, Vincent Lees, Jilly B, I've said these names, Clementine Mandarin. I'm at the bottom, but that's because I missed half the chat. Seriously, that's all I could see.
Right. Well, that's YouTube that is deleting your chats, people. YouTube is deleting your chat.
There's absolutely loads and loads of names that I've missed there because I was looking through it before we started, trying to give myself a head start. So we do apologise. There was loads of people.
It weren't your fault. It weren't your fault. YouTube must delete it after a while, so we need to remember to do that very, very quick at the start. We're learning all the time. If we miss, put your name in the chat. We'll try and say hello. We always try.
Literally, mine don't go back. But when Brooke put in her 2-month thing, that's as far back as it'll go.
Really? Wow. Yeah. That's missing a chunk of chat, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty poor. I wonder if I can go back above. No, because I don't even know where Brooke's thing is because it doesn't appear on here. Anyway, listen, we'll carry on. If you want to say hello, we'll try and get you in. Miss me, Sarah says miss me. Yeah, sorry.
Hi, Sarah.
There's probably loads. I bet there's about 50 people.
There was loads of names that I know I've missed because I was, like I said, I looked at it before we started in preparation.
And Si.
Yep, Si was there.
Did you say Johnny 40 Courts?
No,
Everyone looks.
He wasn't in
right.
my thing.
There you go.
So Johnny 40 Courts. No, he wasn't in my list.
Oh, terrible. Missed us too, Mike Calpin. Hi, Jason.
I'm still blaming you for that, talking too much to begin with.
I didn't know YouTube deleted chat. How am I supposed to know that? I was made mention.
And there was probably people who got mentioned twice.
Let's go straight into a load of shout outs because we've got loads to get through in tonight's show. So I need to get a move on. Thumbs up for the stream from Daisy. Thank you, Daisy, for reminding. Ivy Julie says, warning, scammers and hackers on Facebook. My cousin accidentally put my name forward as she tried to help with locating my business to a new location. It's been a nightmare to get. Wow. Oh dear. Right, guys, be careful on Facebook. Always say be careful of the scams on Facebook. All right, Shabba. Tonight's duck race prize is courtesy of Shabba. So if you're in the duck race, Shabba will be sending you an amazing prize, a Street Fighter duck.
Can I just ask, speaking of ducks, we were talking about duck prizes before, and Chris didn't remember. Somebody mentioned last week that there was a popcorn duck prize that could be put into the pot. Who was it that mentioned it? Because I thought it was Shabba. Clearly it's not if Shabba's doing this week's. So if you're in, let us know, and let us know if it's still going.
If any of you want to donate a duck for the race or send out a duck prize, just send me a message, because I have a list at the minute, and we're several weeks sort of behind. So we'll get you on the list as soon as we can. I appreciate anyone who wants to donate anything for the duck race prizes. Okay, let's do some shout outs and let's get this show moving, because that's what the people want, I'm sure.
Shoutouts.
Okay, first one up. I need to give a big shout out, and I'm sure you guys are as well. Joan, who is a regular viewer, supporter of the channel. If you're there, Joan, hope everything's okay. A big shout out to Joan. She lost her brother Dave last week, and she messaged us and said, shocking news, lost my brother.
Yeah.
So we send our condolences to Joan and the family. I'm sure you guys will as well. It might make her feel a little bit better. Probably not, but something in it.
But we like to share the love in this group.
But Joan was very, very kind. And at the same time as telling me about that horrible news, she sent us a big box full of goodies and a lovely little note with a butterfly card, which is nice, handwritten note. And I'll see if I can read this out. It says, hello, Chris and Belle. Here's some stuff. Ducks for prizes, Christmas robins for prizes or to resell. And she even sent us some money for postage, which we really did try and send back, but she wouldn't have it. So thank you so much for that, Joan. I haven't got the energy to send stuff to people at the moment, but thanks for all that you do in the community. That was very kind of you. Thank you, Joan.
Oh, thank you for amazing
and she
prizes
sent us all
as well.
Kinds of stuff. Some
really pretty things.
And some little robin ornaments.
They're beautiful, the little robins.
And all kinds of little things.
Some robin tea towels. And we've got...
What else have we got? Oh, we've got duck race prizes.
So
we've got a few.
Future duck race prizes. We have a Santa duck. And we have these cutesy little things. These little Irish
collection of ducks.
A little sheep.
And a sheep.
So,
maybe we should do a sheep race.
Lots of lovely prizes that have been donated by Joan.
So thank you so much, Joan, and I hope things are as well as it can be this week. Hope you can sort everything out. Also, a big shout out to Paul Daubney, also channel support. Thank you so much. Sent us a lovely parcel. Belle's got a new jacket.
Yes, I do. Thank you very much.
I've got a couple of new t-shirts, so thank you very much. That was very kind.
I'm used to Chris getting stuff, but it was always a nice surprise when I get thrown in there as well.
So that was lovely. And Laura and Rex. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Steve. Laura and Steve saw us at the boot sale at the weekend. I bought a load of stuff off them. You'll see it on next week's video. But also they gave us a lovely little present for Cookie. So that was kind.
It's got a little pink bow on it and everything.
So it's been loads of gifts this week, and also Steve and Lana we met up with.
We did
in we went to North Wales for a couple of days last week, and we went over to see Steve and Lana, who are not far from there at all.
They fed us.
We had food, and they gave us gifts.
Yeah.
So you got a Harry Potter bag. I got a
Gringotts bag actually. It is Harry Potter, but specifically it was Gringotts.
Yeah. And I can probably put that on eBay.
No, it's mine.
And I got a lovely special edition steelbook for Jurassic Park. So thank you guys. So that's all the shout outs.
Bang Bang Duck. He's the one with the popcorn duck.
Oh.
So he said he'll send you a picture straight after the
Send
show.
me a message.
Yeah.
Let's see where the chat's up to before we move on. Lots of people sending their condolences for Joan.
A few people have come in. We've got Alison that's come in. We've got a Reseller's Blueprint. We've got Tom's Beresford. Fletch One. A few people. Do you know Chris didn't realise, Laura, that we've actually never met? For all the times that he's seen you, we haven't
I
met
thought
yet.
you had.
No, we haven't. We will do. We will do.
There you go. Lots of people passing their best wishes on to Joan, which is nice. Thank you all.
Wouldn't expect anything less from our followers. Disco Santa Duck.
Alison says, greetings, Chris and Belle have so missed you.
At least somebody misses us.
Jason,
other than our mothers.
Jason says, if I don't win the duck race soon, I'm going to sulk. Fair enough.
I noticed that DB said it's his first ever duck race that he's managed to enter into.
Ooh. Imagine if he wins. Right, everyone. If Damien, DB Resells, wins, I think we should all revolt. Actually, no, don't, because it's our channel. So don't do that.
Del Boy Dan is with us.
Yes, Laura said, I'm yet to have a Bell hug.
No, I know. We haven't physically met. It needs to happen.
Bang Bang's just sent a pic now. Would have forgotten by the end of the show. No worries. Damien, have you got your spanner back?
He has got his spanner.
I don't know. I don't remember deleting it, but maybe I did. I don't know.
It is on here. Kathy is with us as well. Revolt and overthrow the management of the channel.
No.
You need to be careful with Santa. He can probably physically do that.
He can probably get on and just boot us out. SB Reselling says, I've considered niching into menswear as that's what I enjoy buying the most, but still going to be an everything seller for a while. Hold those thoughts, SB. We'll talk about it in a little while properly.
Oh, Laura says, by the way, I don't look like my profile picture. Thank God for makeup.
Harsh.
That is not what Chris has been telling me.
Not right.
Don't be so harsh on yourself.
I have. Thank you. All right. Okay. Cool.
Chris Tyler Bell looks younger every week. Why are you asking, you cheeky little thing?
She's looking very pasty today. I don't know if it's a light in here. Look how pasty. Look at that.
Excuse me. I'll stick with Chris Tyler. I'll stick with Chris Tyler. At least he's being nice to me.
She's very pasty.
It's your lighting.
Oh, look, I don't look pasty, so why do you look pasty?
It's your lighting.
Shabba says, whoever wins tonight, if they get their details over to me via Chris, if following protocol, tonight, tomorrow morning, I can send it tomorrow. No problem. We'll sort it either way. It's not normally a problem.
Flipping Tasty has joined us.
Hello. Damien's niched into car boot tat. Damien, it was you saying, should we talk about this? I want some more information than that.
Alan Starbucks is with us.
Hi, Alan. Welcome. I did niche charity shop tat, but I've been priced out of the market.
Laura says, stop it. I'm lovely.
She does look a bit pasty, though, doesn't she? Cherry Jane, hi, welcome. What else have we got? What else have we got on tonight?
Tea Cakes is with us.
We've done Bell's hellos. We've done shout outs.
We're going to start confusing people as well, because we started the shout outs being that people could post their things in, so we need a new name for that.
No, we'll have shout outs part 1 and shout outs part 2.
Just shout outs and then shout outs, share the love.
Unless, why don't you, if you can think of a new little VT for me to make for your section, then I'll make it. Until that happens, then we're stuck.
It's shout out, share the love then.
Why don't we just call it Share the Love?
There you go.
Right, but I need to... what I'll do is, right, Belle's going to be on that VT from now on. I'm going to make a video of you going, shout out, share the love. And then
that was like
we'll do it.
It
was, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure if Lana's in, she'll disagree with that.
Steve says, we've found a more expensive charity shop than the one in Torquay. Nottingham British Heart Foundation is bonkers. I think most of them are bonkers, to be honest with you, Steve. Mrs. Stationery and stuff, welcome. Charity shops are so expensive.
Yeah.
So expensive.
Fletch one said, sold more tat when we did another car boot at the weekend.
Nice. At least you got rid of some stuff. It's good getting rid of it in bulk, isn't it?
Santa said, share the bell.
Mrs. Stationery says, when do car boot sales stop? Well, it all depends. Every car boot sale is different. Depends on the ones local to you. Some go all year round. Some are very seasonal. Every single boot sale is different. Check your opening times.
Adele Wadine says, hope everyone is having a good month. Having another good month so far. No car boots this weekend, though, as Hayley went away to Butlins for a 90s weekend. That sounds good.
Does, doesn't it?
So looking after the boys and got a cold.
Ooh, COVID.
Get well soon.
SB Reselling says, I've got a video out coming out tomorrow, sourcing at charity shops on a very limited budget. And what I found, if I went out on like a very limited budget, like £5, I would come back with nothing. As you will probably see in today's charity shop haul, which we'll get to in a minute. Hi, Paul. We did give you a little shout out before to say thank you for your
thank you for my jacket.
Things that you sent us.
It's a very autumny colour too. It's like a mustard.
It is actually.
It's very nice. It's very nice.
Sorry, I was just looking at my itinerary for tonight. Let's do an oh no.
And that's without Lana asking.
I know.
Is she in? I haven't seen Lana in.
Don't know. I've not seen her.
No.
Oh no.
I just need to do a quick screen share for this one. Okay, so if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen this already, but I'll share it. So we went out to Newton Abbot, which is about 10 minutes from here, 10 minutes from Torquay. And they've got a good selection of charity shops, probably about 8 in one street. Or they did have. I think a couple are shut down, and there's no wonder why they're shutting down. And we did a bit of we went just to go out for a couple of hours, really, didn't we? But we had a wander around the charity shops, and
because it's what we do for fun.
It was, yeah, it's fun coming out and just moaning about the prices in charity shops. And oops, a daisy. Here we go. So if you're on my Instagram, I went into this. This was not a one-off, by the way. This was in a lot of the charity shops. This is just one example. This Adidas tracky top, £30 in the charity shop, and that was one of the hospice shops actually.
And we had the one where they had the eBay price on as well as the.
Oh yeah, there was a children's charity shop, so it has like all the kiddie stuff in one shop, and it literally on the tag it had different spaces on the tag, and on the top it said it's on eBay. So that item's actually listed on eBay, and they put their eBay price on it, and then underneath they had their shop price. So it had like eBay $9.99, or buy in the shop for £7 or something like that. So basically, just save them the fees on eBay. But yeah, this was not unusual.
That was a new one for me.
Well, you've not really seen that before. No. I have seen it before, but it seems to be more of a regular occurrence. So anyway, that was the kind of prices I was faced with. And I came out of that And I sent this message on Instagram and I put, I don't know why I keep trying. And Belle was going, oh, get the violin out and all this. And actually, despite that, after I'd taken that picture and put it on Instagram, I did actually pick up some stuff from some of the charity shops, albeit I probably overpaid for quite a bit of it. So we'll do a little haul. How about that? We've not done a haul for a while. You keep an eye on the chat,
I'm just going to quickly go through some of the chats. So Ida Julie Hive said car boots until October and a fewer all year. Nearly cleared the booty stuff. Jason says haven't many car boots over here, but a few of them run all year round. Delboy Dan says car boots are mixed around here. Some finish next month and a couple go till Christmas. Oh, there's Lana. Oh no. Helen says we live in Hampshire, so most of our charity shops act like boutiques, but we have a couple that are sensible. We have one where everything is £1. Lana says you missed me earlier. We're watching on Steve's phone in the hotel. She was one of the missed children. Mrs. Stationery says I went to a local charity shop in Cardiff, where I'm from, and they were selling a top from Asda more expensive than Asda had it in themselves.
That happens a lot, especially like Primark stuff.
Kez18 says, I now have a love-hate relationship with Google Lens. Local charity shops have cottoned onto this helpful tool and priced accordingly.
Catan says, in my area, car boots are on until November, but that's with the weather permitting.
Helen says, we saw a TU dress reduced to £1 at Sainsbury's on sale in charity shop for £6, still a reduction tags on it.
Ridiculous. Who's doing that?
Oliverine says, I can think of a better oh no, Chris.
Yeah, but it leads nicely onto this. That's why. Oh, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, Steve.
Resell Brewpin says you can just go to the Adidas shop outlet and get it cheaper. Chris Tyler says, looks like Bungle is sitting in a sunbed.
It does, yeah. It does. Probably catch fire that in a minute.
Alison says, question, when would one open an eBay store? I've been selling just bits and bobs of my own items. I have done extremely well, but haven't done any buying in thrift shops to resell yet.
I guess it depends how many items you're listing. I mean, you could just get a basic store. The basic store sort of gives you, I'm not sure about where you live, like what the numbers are for the store levels, but to be honest, I would just go and get the basic store if I were you, if you're just listing a few items at the minute.
Jason says, still can't walk past a charity shop, even though I know they're expensive.
You never know, do you, what you might see.
Just trying to skip through so we can try and get to the bottom.
Paul Daubney says, I went round charity shops for the first time in a while recently. It was shocking. Anything with a brand price sky high. Not sure how people make money doing that when you're factoring your time too. Well, you don't. You don't.
Delbo Dan says local independent charity shops seems to be the best, but not of the many about.
And also Delbo Dan says, can't understand charity shops being so high apart from resellers buying. They are there to provide affordable items for low-income families. Very true.
Lindsay and Alvin says some charity shops will openly discuss items they are pricing and managers telling the older staff to market eBay prices. Richard says, my local charity shop, everything is 99p. Gucci trousers, nice. Tommy Hilfiger chinos, Adidas hoodie, England shirts. If the item is new, it might be £2 to £3.
Oh, that's
the sort of shop we need.
Yeah, where is that one, Richard?
Yeah, let us all know.
Yeah, you're going to be flooded.
Kimmy Kitty said, I think charity shops will be a thing of the past before long, especially the way they are carrying on driving customers away.
They're just going to go online like the rest of us, and I can't blame them because they've got to look at what they're paying out and what their overheads are. So I think a lot of them will just stay online and not bother with the high street.
And DB says, my charity shop is now selling 10 DVDs for £2, was 10 for £1, and they weren't shifting many at that.
Crazy, isn't it? The thing is, I mean, when we go charity shopping, like both of us, we look for stuff for ourselves, not just reselling.
This is my purchase. I purchased a nice little top.
If it's a good enough price, we'll buy it for ourselves, not just resell. So
good brand this as well. It's a Jewels.
But even for ourselves, some of the stuff is expensive.
Well, to be fair, I did pay more than what I thought because I thought the sign said all tops £2, but then I missed the little writing underneath that said unless otherwise priced.
Yeah.
So when I went to the till to buy it, it was £4 and not £2, but I liked it, so I got it.
Yeah, I mean, Sam's right. I mean, obviously, you guys know I work for a charity, so I know a lot about how the charity shops work. And obviously, they're there to make money for their charity, and they'll price things at whatever they think is best for their charity. And that's the way it goes. And if they decide it's better to go online, it'll go online. Okay, let's do a bit of a haul. You keep an eye on the chat. Okay, so first up, I picked up this lovely little vintage Marvin the Martian mug. I thought that was nice. It was in a right state, but I did the old bleach trick. I left the bleach in it all day, and it has come up lovely.
Yeah, but the kitchen stinks.
Yeah, but I'm not sure the value of it, but that was only 50p. That was one of the cheaper ones. So 50p. I thought, I'm having that.
Laura says I should have pulled the tag off.
What?
This, instead of paying £4, I should have pulled the tag off and got it for £2.
Right. What about this? This is okay. An Alessi sort of messenger bag. It's quite nice. Bit of a retro feel to it. This was £3.50.
And you went back for it because you weren't going to get
I did. I didn't pick it up first time round, but once I'd picked a few things up, I was kind of in the mood for spending them. And on our way back to the car, I thought, oh, you know what? I'm going to go get that bag. So I paid £3.50 for it. It's got to be worth £15 or £20, surely. It's quite a nice little bag.
Josh Lineker says, my mum's a volunteer in a charity. Certain things they can't sell, so she will take them instead of going in the bin. She also will make a small donation.
Yes. Another bag. Now, I paid up for this. I'm not sure how much profit's going to be in it, but is this Iron Maiden bag? It looks pretty cool. I like that. It's by Rocksacks. I've not found exactly the same one on eBay. I had a little scan earlier. I paid £7.50 for that. £7.50. I think that was quite a lot, really. But I'm thinking 25 to £30 maybe on that one.
Monkey says, if I'm buying clothing, usually get it in my size, so if it doesn't sell, I can wear it.
Bonus point, yeah. Iron Maiden goes well. Yeah, I would think it will sell, but whether I can get what I want for it, I don't know. Okay, I got a couple of little plushes. These are little beanies. I don't normally buy that many beanies these days, but these were 50p for the pair. And they are McLaren Team Motor Racing beanies. I think they are vintage. This one needs that one needs a bit of a clean up. They both need a bit of a sprucing up, really. 1 and 2 on the bottom. So I'll probably keep them as a pair. I'm not sure of the value of them, but at 50p, I think that the Motor Racing plushes will be okay.
Laura says that's Trooper, Chris, the Iron Maiden.
Trooper, yeah.
Cool Iron Maiden bag.
It is nice. It definitely is.
Prosser Independent Training Co. has joined us. Hello.
Peter Ray says the Iron Maiden bag will sell. Hopefully. There's quite a lot listed. So I have got a bit of competition with that.
Do you remember when we got super excited about that American beanie that we bought in America because it had a misprint on the tag? I think we still got it, haven't we?
No, I think it's sold, but it didn't get anywhere near what we wanted to it.
We thought we'd hit the bloody jackpot with that one.
Okay, gold star goes to anybody or the first person who can say what this is from.
I knew it straight away.
She knew it. I didn't know it.
I knew it.
Who gets the gold star? Awkward silence.
Bit of tumbleweed going on. Should we do some elevator music? Lindsay Alvin said trapdoor.
That's a good guess. That's a good guess.
We have Laura Rass says Jelly Baby, but Shabba got it correct. It is Flubber.
There you go. Well done. It is Flubber. I've never seen this Flubber plush before, ever.
I said Flubber straight away.
So Shabba gets the gold star.
Steve,
well done.
What's Fluber?
Who says that?
Steve. Big Steve. Fluber. He's funny.
Tori said Jelly Baby as well. Yeah, this shakes as well. It's got batteries in it. It cost
Poddington peas.
down at the bottom.
Jason says Google Lens coming out.
Cost £2.50, and I think it's worth about £30. So there's a good bit of profit in there. You know, like when charity shops go like stupid on prices, like they are now, you can still find some bargains in certain areas of the shop, and Plushies is definitely one of them, because Plushies, they do tend to sell them pretty cheap, because generally the staff are not too sure on the prices of them. They just think they're not worth much.
Richard said he cheated and got Google Lens for Flubber.
Look at this fella. Hello. This plush is an AFL, which is an Australian Football League plush.
These tend to always end up going back to the countries
probably
they come from.
It's probably go around the world and go back to Australia. I'm not sure the value of it, but I think it could be worth some good money. This I paid £1.50 for it, and it's still got its original tag on there, which is great.
Needs a bit of a clean.
It's number 2, Roughhead.
Roughhead.
It's
got a rough face.
I'm not really sure of the value of that one yet. I've got to do some checks, but for £1.50, that is definitely coming home.
Steve Jackson, it was fat thumbs on his keyboard. Yes, Robin Williams, great films, Flubber. I did enjoy. I used to like it. Glamour's Closet has joined us. Hello, Glamours. I'm not even reading yours out, Laura. You can just quit it now.
What's she saying?
She said Flubber could be her nickname. Why? What is wrong with you, woman, today? Do we need to have words?
I think you need to have words.
I think we need to have words, don't we?
I've got another mug. This one is a Wedgwood Mayflower mug. So the ship, the Mayflower, and it's quite a nice mug. It's very big.
Didn't that go from Plymouth?
Yeah, it's got links to Plymouth, which is obviously not far from here.
Because there's Mayflower Museum, isn't there?
Yeah. This was £1. I think that might be worth about 15. Now, some bits of clothing. Not sure about this one. I paid £3 for it. It's a Red Hot Chili Peppers t-shirt. It's only a Gildan t-shirt, so it's probably like a...
Smells all right.
Smells charity shop.
I always wonder when he wafts them in my face.
Smells like charity shop. It's probably just a gig sort of t-shirt.
Sam said, how many charity shops was this from?
Probably about 6.
Yeah.
And that one there, Summer Tour 2004. So almost vintage, but it's not a single stitch. But I still think that'll do quite well. But I did pay £3 for it. Now, you know how I love not charity shops, cycling jerseys. I found a cycling top in one of the shops, and it's a long sleever, and it's a Discovery Channel long sleeve top, which is quite nice, to be honest with you. It's a nice jersey. I've sold a few of the Discovery Channel branded ones, but I've never had a long sleeve top. This is a 3XL, and it cost me £3.95. I think that's worth about £25.
Oliver says, Chris, can you move that clothing? Oh, no, I know what you're saying.
Another mug.
I was genuinely thought you wanted to see it then.
This is nice. Belle spotted this one, didn't you, dear?
Mm.
It's the aliens out of
Toy Story.
Sorry, lighting not good. Let's just cover that one up.
That didn't work.
No, I don't know. I don't know what will. There, that's it. No, stay there. So it's a large mug. It says Save Planet Earth on it. Is it a Disney Store exclusive? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's £1.25. That's a bargain. That's got to be worth at least £15. I've not checked it, but it's quite nice.
We had a question before from Retro Funk saying, anyone attempted to go it solo and build an e-commerce website by utilizing your following for sales? That's my next route. Also developing it into a multi-seller platform, long-term goal.
Wow, there's some goals there. Yeah, I had a Shopify store when I first started, and it didn't really do much, so I kind of left it. But there is a few people here who do have websites and stuff.
Jason says, was Uncle Albert on the Mayflower?
Maybe. Oh, Sam reckons 50 to 60 on the red hot chili peppers shirt. Nice one, Sam. Have you had a look? Because I've not looked at that.
Jackson said size.
Of what?
What size of what?
Oh, the t-shirt. It is an XL. It's an XL. But 50 to 60 would be a very nice sort of price on that.
Oh, Steve Jackson says the chat blocks them.
Blocks what?
The clothing when you're holding it up. So you need to hold it in front of me because Steve Jackson says that the chat blocks what you're showing.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Retrofunk says he's been a web developer for 10 years.
Nice. Sam says he's sold one sold at 50 and one at 60. Wow. Oh, I'm happy with that one. Cool. I love charity shops. They are amazing. I got lucky with that for sure. Now, this is nice. This is probably one of my favourite things that I picked up, but I don't know if it's going to be worth anything. It is a really nice Looney Tunes messenger bag. And it's actually still got a tag on it. So never been used by the looks of it. But it's originally Marks and Spencer's, but it's the St. Michael Marks and Spencer's, which obviously they don't do anymore, do they? So it's going to have some age. Probably sort of, I don't know, 15 years old maybe or something. But really nice. Oh, let's have a look. See if the tags give me any clues.
That says 1996.
Oh, okay. It could be 1996. Yeah. Well, St. Michael gives it age anyway, so I picked that up, but I did pay £7 for it. So paid up, but it's got to be worth it. Look at that. It's really nice. Really nice bag.
Belcraft says they love the Toy Story.
That is everything. So the minute I sent that message on Instagram saying that I give up on charity shops, I found all that lot. I've paid up on a few things though.
Geordie Reseller says, has anyone had Vinted ask for your passport details before? I don't know what that word is. Something of selling limits.
Oh, I don't think so.
Because of selling limits.
I don't think so.
Oh, Lorraine, clearly Big Steve wants a cycling shirt. We need to change Big Steve's name because Big Steve is not so big no more. So we need to change
Medium
his name
Steve.
Yeah, Medium Steve.
That's what he said. Kathy said they do use St. Michael still, but only as a retro type of irony. Okay.
Chris Ling says, Chris, you need to check comms on the Red Hot Chili Peppers tea. Great buy. I would pick that up every day. Which charity shops did you go to?
But I don't know. The usual suspects. We went in
Mare and Foal. We went in the Dogs Trust one. We went in a Cats Trust one. We went in Age UK. We went in Heart Foundation. There was a few, weren't there? I think we went in more than 6.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think.
But 2 were closed down.
Yeah, but then we had the 2 independent ones at the top as well.
Oh yeah, which we don't always go to.
Hannah's it's something or other, and then. So yeah, I think we're probably about 8.
Mrs. Stationery says, Belle, do you ever look at what Chris buys and think, what on earth?
All the time.
What was the last thing I bought that you thought, what on earth? You can't say, can you? No, don't look at things on the floor. That's cheating.
No, because I can't remember you bring that much stuff in. I just can't remember. Well, that bag of Wrestlers for one.
Yeah, that was ages ago.
It was ages ago.
And we're still working on them, waiting for you to list them.
Oh, I can't remember.
Don't worry about it.
No, I'm not very good at remembering things on
probably
the
was
spot.
the Wrestlers, a big bag of like 120 Wrestlers or something like that. Laura says, was the one just past Iceland still there?
That
I think that was.
It's the Rowcroft one. Yeah. because it closed. It was closed all through lockdown. Then they opened it up as a Christmas shop
it was
last
open.
year, and now it's a boutique.
That's the one with the £30 Adidas topping. But
it's very boutique.
And I felt like they've been bringing in stuff, from vintage wholesalers. I felt like some of it had come in from vintage wholesalers, and they were reselling it.
I can't remember which one it was that I went in and I came over to you, and they had 2 racks of women clothing, right? And it had above the top new items. And when I looked on the tags, I mean, some of the clothing was like originally £40-50 and stuff like that. And the price label, all it said is up to at least 50% off. So they weren't even putting prices on it. They were literally just offering you whatever that item of clothing was, full price. Potentially you were getting 50% off. I was like, yeah, nope, I'm good.
I know.
Went to the pound aisle.
Retro Funk is trying to build a platform for resellers by resellers. That's the goal. Good luck with it. Hope you can achieve it. What did we get in mold? We went to that shop. We went to a shop in mold that was like a house clearance shop that Steve and Lana told us to go to. I've not got the items here with us, but I got a Starbucks Atlanta mug, which was £5. I've listed it for like 25 though.
I found that as well.
You did. What else did we get?
Them 3 bears that I listed for you today.
Some plushes.
Some BHS 2015 bears. They're in really good condition. We paid like £1 each for them, didn't we? I think I've put them on for like 15 quid each.
Yeah. Glamours Dana says, I drug Glampar.
To our local.
I hope you didn't drug him.
I think that should be dragged.
I dragged Grandpa to our local thrift shop on our date night. Glampar. On our date night, and he picked a Turnbull and Asa shirt for $4. He's not a thrift nor a reseller, but always has a great eye. I don't know what that brand is, Dana. So I assume a good one. I've not heard of it.
There's just a question: does anyone else dream of thrifting and picking up something really great when you wake up, still believing you have it, or is it just me? TK says, I bought
Fitbit.
A Fitbit on Sunday.
How is that difficult to read?
I don't know.
Fitbit.
I don't know. On Sunday on research, I found it had been recalled. Some sat on fire. I registered and applied for the recall. They will pay out the $230 within 6 weeks.
Nice. Everyone look out for Fitbits.
That's cool.
You need to let us know which Fitbit it is.
Yeah. That is good.
Alan's never had a Starbucks mug, even though he is Alan Starbucks. You need to buy one.
Some of them are good.
You think how many mugs you've got out there, Alan, with your name on it?
I know. Lana says, I love that house clearance, but its prices have gone up a lot recently.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, most things had like at least £5 slapped on them.
I got a couple of bits, didn't I?
Yeah, you bought a couple of little gifty things.
Little gifty bits.
Yeah. Okay, here's a good time. I need to say a big thank you to all our channel members: Tori, Emsden, Sam, Mick Page, Lindsay and Alvin, the Monkey Thrift to Fix It for Reselling, the Dave, Soul Steps, Santa, Steve-O, Brooke, Matt Sell Stuff, Glamours, Kieran, Paul Daubney, and GT Prelove. Thank you all for joining our channel and supporting it. And if any of you may be interested in joining and seeing what the extra little perks are for the channel, hit that join button and watch the video, and it will all be explained. But thank you everyone for that little bit of extra support on the channel. Much appreciated.
TK says the Fitbit was an Ionic.
Oh.
And Sam says there's one available on Chris's for 25 quid.
What?
There's one available on Chris's eBay for 25 quid.
On mine?
I think he's taking the piss.
If there is, I'm getting it off now. Sure, I haven't got any Fitbits. Jack says, how are the eBay gum sales? Everyone else, how are eBay gum sales? They get so much free advertising, don't they, eBay gum?
Retro Funk says, love the videos.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Alison says, I boycott Starbucks for Canadian Tim Hortons.
We are starting to get Tim Hortons.
Yeah, they're coming here.
They are slowly.
Yeah, we're seeing a few popping up, aren't we? Lisa said, I need some advice to sell clothes at the moment and I'm still new to eBay, but I'm wondering whether I should change into selling everything to kickstart my eBay store.
Well, that brings us nicely.
That's a brilliant little intro. Okay. So Lisa has started off the chat. Let's talk about this. So at the moment, I'm an everything store, but I've seriously considered just doing clothing. Now, you could niche down again, and you could niche into menswear or sportswear or trainers or anything within the clothing category you could niche into. But if I was going to niche to anything, I would just niche to having a clothing store, so a general clothing store. So put your views in the chat. Are you an everything or a niche? If you're a niche, let us know what niche you are. And if you could change to one way or another, let us know which way you would go. I've seriously considered over the last few weeks, and I keep saying it, but I'm not quite ready to do the jump yet. But I've seriously considered just niching to clothing. But the problem is, when you go to boot sale, I really would find it difficult because sometimes there's very little clothing, decent clothing to be had at a boot sale that I would want. And I would find it really hard to kind of walk past all the other stuff that I know might have a bit of profit. I would have to buy it. And I think that would be the massive...
Got 2 eBays.
Yeah, I mean, possibly. Maybe that's the answer to
niche and everything.
Have 2 eBay stores, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of 2 eBay stores because it becomes complicated. It's complicated for your accounting, and because I do all my own accounting, I'm just thinking it's just going to be a headache, isn't it? I don't know. It's an idea, though, isn't it?
Sam's comment was about the mug and not the Fitbit. You've got a mug for 25 quid, haven't you?
Oh, right.
The Starbucks mug.
Yes, 25 quid. Yeah, I thought it was 25.
Lisa says mainly men's where they sell. Jason is an everything and anything. Tam and Bells and everything. Geordie Reseller, everything. Steve Jackson says, why limit yourself? Lisa says, I'm just struggling to find some good wholesalers.
Well, the reason to limit yourself is that sometimes you can get better traction. Or there's a train of thought that you can get better traction and more repeat buyers if you niche into one thing. So say, for example, if I said I was just going to sell cycling jerseys and I made a cycling jersey store, it might well attract more cyclists to my one store because all they would see is what they're interested in buying, which is the jerseys and cycling related items. So therefore, you might get more repeat business. eBay and Google know which way to direct people when they're looking for cycling stuff, and they're more likely to bring up your store and your items. So there are benefits to niching, but there's also drawbacks as well.
Guy King says, I sell niches. I sold 7 niches yesterday. Tori says clothing, footwear for ladies. GT says everything, all depends on stock availability. Retro Funk says, I sold collectibles for years, but I am now 50-50 split with vintage clothing and retro toys.
Okay.
Shabra, I'm an everything. I'm trying to niche down to second-hand clothing. Even Romeo Beckham buys second-hand, albeit posh LA thrift store items. Graham, niche-ish media and clothing.
Okay.
Laura Ra says, you both work so hard and still give your time to us. Thank you. That's a random thing in the middle of it, but you're very welcome.
Thank you.
This menopause makes me emotional.
Oh, by the way, guys, I think it's this week's video coming out. I'm a bit out of order with my latest videos, but the video coming out this weekend, the boot sale video, I bought a shed load of stuff off these guys, Laura and Steve, at the car boot in Devon, in Torquay, or Paynton actually. I bought loads of stuff on their store. Spent like 100 quid. In fact, these they didn't even have to stay. They didn't even have to stay. Yeah, afterwards. I know. So look out for that one. Helen said, I'd like to think I'd niche on shoes, but can't resist stuff I know as essential value. That's the problem, Helen. That is a real problem. TK says, as a full saying goes, jack of all trades and master of none, but better than master of one. Okay.
Lana says, would never niche down. I don't think it benefits you on eBay as people search for the item, not the seller. Lindsay said, we sell anything, and my chat has just jumped. Anything and everything, shop, and would find it difficult to sell just one. DB says, I feel I want to niche, but can't find something I can find enough stock for.
Clothing, probably.
I hate listing clothing, and I feel clothing is what everyone niches into these days.
Yeah.
Phil says, my store is collector Phil's. I niche in mainly coins, with other collectibles like plushies, trading cards, stamps, etc. But if a good everything pops along, I will list it in a flash.
Okay. Z?
I think you have to niche if you are looking to grow your eBay store.
Interesting point.
Oliver says, how can Chris walk away from a plush? How can Chris walk away from a Build-A-Bear?
Very different. Very, very, very difficult.
Cornish Dumpling says, everything, if I had to niche, it would be clothing. Everyone needs clothing. They don't actually need tact. I am buying as many jumpers as possible this winter. Sharon is footwear. Delboy Dan says, I like the variety of buying and selling different things. That's why I do it. I wouldn't like selling the same sort of thing.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's totally understandable.
Monkey says, I do everything, but don't do well on clothing. I do okay with cameras, watches, and electrical stuff. Professor Independent. Oh, it's not Professor, it's Prosser. Prosser Independent. I'm at an everything store. Sandra, I'm thinking of niching down to candy canes. As Only Cool Stuff says, when I mean grow, I mean like substantially. Most people don't need to niche. Ensdem, we are on an everything store, but in June activated a second eBay store which just does clothing and shoes as a trial to see if we could be niching down. Spectrum says, I'm more or less men's clothing and toys. Fixit says, I would niche to electronics if I could find them all the time.
That's the thing,
isn't it? I sell out
it?
so quick, but really I'm anything and everything.
That's the problem. It's like if you were to niche, it's normally something you have a great knowledge on or you enjoy dealing with. And the problem then lies with, can you find enough stock of it? I would love to be like movie and TV related stuff because that's where we started life. But you can't find enough of it, especially secondhand. You can't find enough to be niche and at a good price.
The legend says you could do 90% clothing and be really picky with other items you buy. Only grab stuff you know will make you £30 plus profit. Ian says trouble with clothing only. It is quite seasonal and takes up loads of space.
Not that much space. If you're dealing with t-shirts and stuff like that, you can get 50 t-shirts in a tub. So it doesn't take up that much space.
Which is why Chris has a bad back.
Yeah.
Jason says, only starting out niche market of smaller items would be so much easier, but inspiration from other sellers has led me down the everything road.
That is it, isn't it? When you start watching YouTube and you see what people pick up and what people sell and do well with, you tend to try and remember these things, don't you? So and then you start picking them up and you end up being everything, don't you?
Heavenly Boots was women's boots only, but sell everything now. So it's funny how there's a lot of people that were niche, but are now everything. Retro Funks, it's all down to sourcing strategies to niche down to a specific category. Brooke says niche 95% selling camera related items. Used to be general vintage / retro, but wouldn't go back to niche all the way for me. Streamline his business in many ways. Repeat buyers. Oliver Ian says, okay, what about multiple stores, Chris? One for clothing, one for everything
possible
else.
It's possible, but it's just even just thinking about that just gives me a headache, but I definitely would consider it.
Tan says, question, has anyone ever got a Vero on a generic tag t-shirt, etc., Guild and Fruit of the Loom for official merch, but then to find out it wasn't official and fake / non-licensed?
I don't think so, Katan. I just wouldn't write official merch on the title. I would just put what it is, Gildan, and then the description of the shirt. I would never write official unless I was 100% it was official.
Normally you only put official if it's like
the
tag says like what it is.
Yeah.
Reseller Blueprint says, I sell everything and everything. If I see something I like, I think can make a profit, I buy it. Richard Henry says, I sell everything from 90s Furbies, clothes, trainers, aftershaves and books.
Nice. I love the 90s theme.
Chop Chop says, my wife, niche, myself, everything. Ivy Julia Harvey, I'm an old book and bookseller with vintage / retro antique items, but I've adventured away slightly, but going back to it with some weird and wonderful items. Guy King said the same. It's all down to whether you can get consistent stock.
Yeah.
Catan says, if you niche down, would pass by something that is cheap and would definitely get you pounds. Zippy said, everything I could not niche to one thing. I would not know where to start. Fletch one, did you sell vintage board games in the beginning, but now it's did sell vintage board games, but now it's everything. So I think we've definitely got a high percentage that have gone from niche to everything.
To everything, yeah, because of that fact that it's difficult to source.
Mike Calvin says, please can we remember our late queen before we leave?
Sure we can.
Yes.
Let's see if we can get down to the bottom.
Yeah, I'm miles away. Oh no, not miles away, but I'm.
Well, just while Belle's looking through, when we're on about 9,300 subs at the minute. When we hit 10,000 subs, which hopefully will be not that soon, that will be a major milestone for us. So we're going to have. I don't know how we're going to market show wise, but I'm definitely going to give away one of these hats. I've got a couple left over there. We never sold any of these. These have always been giveaways. So somebody is going to get one of these hats. I'm not sure how we're going to do it yet, whether we'll do an extra duck race or something like that. But if any of you can think of a way that we can do a live show for 10,000 subs, hopefully if we reach that number at some point in the near future. I'm hoping before Christmas, if the numbers are going right at the moment. So we need to do a special show for that one. I don't know. I'll have to have a think.
Graham says niche not really needed as you have categories in your store.
Yeah, but eBay and Google definitely appreciate having a one item store that they can link to searches. So I definitely think it benefits.
Retro Funk says, it's like playing darts when you niche down. If you aim for the target with all your darts and overlook everything else, you will sometimes miss the board. Other times you will hit the bullseye.
Okay. Nice. Attractive Metal Design says we have a niche eBay site and website, garden products, hanging brackets, planters. Okay.
Do you think to be niche, it has to be hold like large quantities of smaller items? It just made me think with that in terms of like selling brackets and things like that.
I don't think you have to have.
No, but do you think it makes it easier having a niche if you're doing multiples of the same thing?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't reckon it needs to be.
So it says their niche is vinyl records, 90%, everything, 10% learning about trainers now, 13 years on Discogs, 5 years eBay.
Mrs. Stationery says, my friend's mother passed recently and she cleared her mum's house and found that her mum had kept all her toys from the 80s and 90s. That's amazing.
Yeah, that would be.
It's a very sad situation, but would be still amazing to find.
Amazing,
yeah. Lisa says, watching everyone on YouTube is making me consider everything. Yeah, it does happen, doesn't it? You do start thinking about things in different ways, but just try and find what works for you at the end of the day. Because everyone's reselling business is completely different to the next person. We all operate a little bit differently. We all buy different things. We all pay different amounts. We all have different overheads. We all have different amounts that we need to live on. Our profit margins are different. It's crazy the amount of variables. So although we all do the same job, the variation underneath that and the next level is massive.
Bills and Moon says, I sell mainly postmodern books, but share the store. We fix it for reselling.
Oh, yes, they do. See if I can get down to the bottom a little bit. Lana says, it's amazing when you take a punt on something that's worth loads.
Yeah.
Like that t-shirt, I'm happy with that. I did not think it was worth that much.
TK says if you're looking for killer stuff, you need as wide a net as possible.
Yeah, for sure. Z says if your eBay is stocked mainly with used, then I'd rather sell everything. As like others have said, it's easier to source when you are open-minded. If you have new items store, then you can niche for sure. Good point. Yeah.
Lindsay says Alvin likes to sell electronics, but I'm getting more into vintage breakables as they have made us a lot of profit on GSP. Flipping Domain says general store is a lot more lucrative. Think supermarket.
Chris Ling said we used to sell clothes and shoes, mainly men's, but now having watched several YouTube videos, we sell everything under our name of quality branded items.
See What You Buy says I've split my account into 3 different specialities. It's jumped. So I can concentrate on each type of sale. So they've picked, instead of 1 niche, 3 niches.
Okay. Kimmy Kitty says 10,000 sub special. Timmy Mallet's bonus duck race special guests.
I was thinking someone would say Mallet's Mallet.
Let's see what else we got here.
Why aren't it says Belle? Why aren't you sporting the merch? Do I need to put a hat on? You want me to put a hat on?
Put the thing.
You want me to put a hat on?
Baz the Dev is in. Welcome. It's all about the Benjamins, but I'm not sure what that means. Nice hat.
There we go.
You could win Belle's hat.
Covered in makeup.
Steve said he was up late when we went round to visit them last week. It killed him and worked the next day.
I did say that.
Such a pussy.
When we were driving home.
You're a man or a mouse.
Bearing in mind, hey Steve, we'd been up since 3 that day.
3 a.m.
3 in the morning, and we left yours at what? 10:30?
Yeah.
Was it 10:30?
Got to bed about 11:30.
No, it was 12:30.
12:30.
It was because I was lying in bed going, a couple more hours. We've been up 24
Big
hours.
Steve would not have survived that. Mrs. Station says, do you travel much to get your stock? No, not really. Not really. Used to, but now with the petrol stuff, I'm a little bit careful about it.
Oh, Steve says he's on holiday, don't have to go to bed early.
Okay, we've kind of reached the bottom of the chat, so that means it's almost time for the duck race. We've done everything, haven't we? Have you just got one more oh no to do? A bit of a funny one.
Oh, Steve says he was up at 4:45 himself that day.
Well, that's still 2 hours more than what we have.
And I was doing it on about an hour and a half skip.
Belle's got a funny one for you.
Oh no.
She's looking at me like, what are you talking about? She told me a funny little story today.
Oh, it's nothing to do with reselling.
No, it's not. I suppose
we were out reselling.
We're outsourcing.
We were outsourcing.
Go on, tell the story.
No, I went into one of the shops. I can't even remember where I was in now, but I'd gone into one of the shops and Chris had gone off out somewhere, and I was queuing up and waiting to pay. And suddenly, out of nowhere, this child's voice just started screaming, "Penis! Penis!" And I was like, do I look? So I kind of glanced around, and bless, his mum looked horrified. And she was stood there going, let's concentrate on something else. Look at the cat. And there was like this little toy thing. And she was like, look at the cat. Isn't the cat nice? Chris's mind, when I'm telling him, goes, oh, yes, so she was pointing out a pussy. But she was going, oh, look at the cat.
Pussy! Pussy! Can you imagine?
But his little face was so mischievous. He kind of hesitated for a minute and then just went, penis! And she just took his trolley and whooshed him out the shop.
That is funny.
He was just screaming.
I would have absolutely died with laughter.
It was so, but you know when you think, should I just ignore it because she's obviously going to be embarrassed, but I couldn't help it. I just thought, no, I need to have a look.
Night's Life said I bought 2 film props this week for £850, sold straight away for £2,000.
Wow.
Nice. That's a cracking one.
That's a good flip. What's this one? Alison says, Belle, you'd love M. Poshmark. Has makeup and skincare and jewelry. Ooh. That would be my sort of chat. Oh, my. You'd love my. So I need to have a look at
that. Chris Tyler said, just read Mrs. McCluskey from Grange Hill has died, age 76.
Grange Hill.
Yes. R.I.P.
You need to get it on eBay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm at the bottom of the chat. Now, have I covered everything? Yes. So we're going to do the duck race, and we've got, let's just see, is this Santa that's popped in, I'm guessing? Let's have a look. Hello.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Bill. How are you guys doing?
You okay?
Is that a cricket umpire?
Yeah, I just Googled the image for race official, but that's obviously not a race official. It's just an official.
Okay.
Just want to oversee the duck race since this is the 31st duck race. I want to make sure everything's above board.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
You are literally our duck race adjudicator, aren't you? You make sure we are like above board and we're not breaking any rules.
If I win, everybody will think something's up.
Are you here to check that no ducks are harmed during this duck race?
Exactly, and also that there's no performance-enhancing drugs being used by any of the ducks.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Laura, our mate's message said, I scream that when I see Steve or something close to that.
Gwaz says maybe we should do a Champions League duck race, all the winners from previous races. That's a good idea, actually. Maybe we could do that for the 10,000 night.
But yeah, because
do an extra one.
Yeah.
For all the winners.
Well, we'll go back to Santa for that one because we know he's keeping track of it all.
Just hide me, Chris. No one wants to see my image, but I wanted to mention. Someone did it in the chat earlier. Everyone in the world is mourning with you with the passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, and for us in America, we're all just wondering what it would be like to have a respected leader of our country. As much as everyone respects.
Yeah, I mean, it has been a huge thing, even for people that don't particularly follow the royals. It has been a big thing because everybody has said for the majority of the lifetime of most people, unless you're above 70, we have not known anything but having the Queen in place. You know, it's been a consistent through changes in society, in life, in, you know, technology, but she's always been there, hasn't she? She's always been the firm, the one thing that everyone can relate to.
It's definitely something to be said for having such a rock, such a consistent force, whether you're into the royals or not. She's definitely been there for and portraying your country as nothing but the very best of your country, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been I think it's been a strange few days, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been
a strange few days.
Maybe because Mike was saying before about maybe we should do something to remember the Queen. So maybe we should have like a minute silence or something. Should we have a minute silence in the chat? And what do you think?
Yeah.
We'll put a picture of the Queen up.
Yeah.
Let's let me find a picture. We'll share the screen.
You had the Queen up there.
I know, but I'm trying to share the screen. Here we go. So, should we have a minute silence starting from now? Just guess it. Okay, I think that's it. R.I.P. to the Queen. Thanks, everybody. Okay, after that note, let's go on to the duck race. Santa, do you want to do the commentary?
I think the Queen would approve of this because she loved her sports and her racing. So I think she would be proud of our duck race.
She did it, but I'm driving right now, so I probably should not. Maybe a future. I'll commentate sometime in the future, maybe, and I'll just drop off and watch the rest live.
Okay. Thanks for popping on. Make sure everything's up to speed.
I'll be watching.
All right. Speak to you soon.
See you soon, Santa. She also hated ducks. Maybe we should do swans. That would have been a swan race.
No, I can't do it now, unfortunately. Maybe next week. Okay, right. Let's get on with this. Let me do this. If we end up doing the show next week, we'll do another minute silence next week.
Yeah,
we'll be a bit more organized next week. Okay, there's 72 people, ducks, in the race today. That is the most we've had in a duck race.
A corgi race. Yeah.
Yeah, doggy race. All right, we'll shuffle up there.
Laura said I was waiting for Belle's stomach to make a sound.
What's happened to your...
Oh, it's paused, hasn't it?
All right. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Everyone was very respectful through that.
Add to stream. Right, are we ready for this duck race? Oh, get me thing ready. Disorganized.
Now, near there then.
Do you want to do it?
You can do it.
Okay. Testing. It's not working. Testing 1, 2, 3. You ready for the duck race, everybody? Calling all the ducks to the line, please.
Look at the state of that lineup. Good luck with this one with 72 ducks.
No. And they're off. We are off on the 31st duck race on Cookie and the Haydens. Welcome to all the ducks. We've got Santa straight away goes into a quick lead with the UK reseller in second. Bills and Moon and Limelight Vinty and Del Boy Dan are all up there with Laura Ralph, who's had a lot of airtime on tonight's show. She's now leading the pack. With Joanne Noble, who's not far off as well. Limelight Vinty is still up there with the pink stars. And John Pearson with, is that Rudolph? Rudolph Duck coming up. Olivia Ian on the green duck is at the bottom. And See What You Buy came up and went back with the unicorn duck. Tori is a clown today. And she is getting close to the front. Mrs. Stationery, the punk duck. Monkey Thrifters, the chef.
How brave it is, the crown wins.
And imagine if the crown wins, and that's GT Pre-Loved. So that would be amazing if that happened, but probably not. Who else have we got? The Legend is now leading. And this duck race has 50 seconds to go before we see a winner of the 31st. I can't believe we've had 31 duck races. That is mental.
This was supposed to be a one-off.
I know, we're supposed to just do it one time. Emsden is close. We've got Carol McDonald, Chris Tyler. Santa's back up there again. He's hesitating and dropping back. Thomas Evans, we've got Lisa. Steve Jackson is close. Steve Jackson is flying up to the front. Look at that. With Lisa there. Chris Tyler and Kazzy Carl. We've got 20 seconds on the clock. Where Nespresso was nearly... Everyone's dropped back a bit. Maybe the tide's a bit strong. The Legend is leading with 10 seconds to go. It's definitely the Legend. We know the Legend has definitely won this. Kimmy Kitty in the police uniform now. We've got the Tap Peddler. Derek's won it. He's won it. The Tap Peddler has won the race. Derek has won.
I really thought the crown was making a good swim for it then. It was coming back.
The Queen Duck nearly had that.
The Queen Duck
Imagine.
had it.
That would have just been poetic, wouldn't it?
Katan says, where's my name? If you haven't seen your name, you're probably at the back somewhere.
He's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You don't. Sometimes people don't see their duck at all in their
There's that many ducks that unless you're at the front, you don't really see it.
So Derek, the tap peddler, has won the race. So
Oliver says VAR.
Yeah. Derek, if you want to send me a message, you can do, and I will send that on to Shabba, or if you know Shabba directly, swap it. But feel free to send me your details. And yeah, there you go.
Lots of congrats in there for Derek. Yeah, well done.
Has Derek won before?
I'm not sure. Ask Santa.
Baz Santa's saying yes, Derek's won. I can see him in the background in the green room.
There you go. Baz the Dev said, could you imagine 10 years ago you would be starting a duck race in your spare room with a megaphone? Madness, but fun.
I wouldn't mind. But when I worked for the charity that I work for, I organise duck races. It's mental. This one's a lot easier to organise.
Yeah.
Well done again. Well done to Derek. Derek won the first one. Oh, yeah, he said last week, didn't he?
These are all people that didn't get prizes. So they're coming back for a second one so they can get a prize.
Right. If you are watching and you've never entered a duck race, you too can enter, because we've never maxed out on the number of ducks. We can have up to 100 ducks in the duck race. Today we've got 72. I think that's the most we've ever had in a duck race. So if you want to be in the duck race next week, then yes, Santa's saying it's the most we've ever had. If you want to be in the duck race next Monday night, assuming that we're going to have a show, then go and comment on this show when it's finished. So come back afterwards, about 5 minutes after the show's finished, find the stream again and make a comment underneath the video, and you will be entered. So next week's prize is... Peter Ray is up next. So if Peter's in the chat, I'm pretty sure he is somewhere. He's providing a mega bundle of 9 ducks.
Someone's getting a whole family.
He has got a massive bundle of ducks, and I will put a picture up on YouTube afterwards or sometime this week. And Peter Ray has got a mega bungle of ducks. So if you want to be in a chance of winning the biggest bundle of ducks we've ever given away, it's courtesy of Peter Ray.
He is. Still here.
It's courtesy of Peter Ray. So pop along and see Peter's channel. Give him a sub to say thank you for the ducks. And yeah, that is next week's.
Ozzy Modus says neighbours must love you in that megaphone.
I know, yeah. They must wonder what the hell's going on.
Dorothy Watkinson says best race ever. Baz the Dev says he's never entered. He may have to have a go. It's free and you could win a prize. What reason have you got not to do it?
Alison says no show. Yeah, well, the problem is next Monday, the 19th, is the Queen's funeral. Everyone is pretty much going to have a day off on that day. It's been declared a bank holiday for the funeral day. So we asked a question. I think there's a...
Yes, Lindsay's put there was a vote, Alison, on next week for the Queen's
funeral. There's a vote for the show next week, and we're going to abide by what everyone wants. If you want a show, we'll do it. If you don't want one, we understand. So whatever you guys say, we'll do.
Jason says, where's the vote?
It's on the page somewhere.
I mean, I can't see it anymore on mine. When I first started the video, it popped up like above the chat.
I wonder where it's gone then.
So I don't know. Maybe it's had its moment. But how are you going to see what the outcome was if you can't see it?
It'll be somewhere on my YouTube thing.
I mean, when I came on, it was significant. I think there was about 20-30 votes on it already, and it was very much in favour of the show still being on. So if that has still continued, then
I wonder where it's gone then.
We will potentially still be on next week. SB Reselling is going. Good night. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming along.
Shabba said I wanted my missus to win tonight so I could just go into the other room and deliver it to her, same day dispatch.
Yeah, some people saying they're not seeing the vote. That's weird.
Baz the Dev says the reason not to do it, I may win 9 ducks. If you don't want 9 ducks, then yeah, don't go in there.
Monkey 50 says at the minute it's 81% yes. So it looks like it's going to be a yes for next week, which is fine by us. We're happy to crack on.
Steve Jackson is off and he says yes. Don't forget movie chats on Thursday.
Yes.
Cherry Jane is off. Thank you for joining us.
Oliverine says, Chris, to be honest, by that time of night we might need something a bit different entertainment wise because
it's going to be a very somber day. It's going to be a very somber day. So yeah, maybe we can just have a little bit of lightheartedness on that day. Apparently the vote is in the top chat box.
Oh, okay, there you go. No worries, Mike. We were going to do it somehow, but we weren't sure how to do it. We're going to leave it till the end. But thanks for reminding us, Mike. I appreciate it. A nice light relief after a sad day, yeah. Thanks for the airtime.
Right, so we're getting ready to wrap it up. So now is the time to quickly share the love. So if anybody has a channel that they want to share, now is your time.
Why don't you practice what your little VT is going to be for share the love and do it straight to camera? Hang on. There you go.
Let's share the love. Mwah, mwah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, guys. So
I can't forget that.
If you have a channel, a YouTube channel, an Instagram channel, a Facebook page, anything you want sharing, if you already have a spanner, throw it in. If you don't have a spanner, let us know, and the spanners can find it for you. You know I can't do.
That was shocking.
Spontaneous.
That was pretty scary, to be honest with you. If there's any children there, please, I do apologise.
Ozzy Mo just said that was great. Never do it again. Kathy says, please, Belle, don't do that again. I can't do sexy. I just don't do it. It's not me.
Tell me about it. Mike says we need more sass.
I'm not. I don't do sexy. I don't do lady and I don't do sexy, so I'm going to struggle with that one. OnlyFans intro. Oh, Emsden, thank you. They've got Night's Life in there. Lindsay and Alvin have shared theirs.
Excellent.
Tam and Bell have just hit 700 subs. Well done, guys.
Get in there. Get in there.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Chris's lucky night. Yeah.
Last orders.
Imagine that's what I'm faced with.
Come to bed, baby.
All right. Calm down.
9 out of 10 times he runs in the opposite
and
direction.
Chris, too sexy.
Go on, can Chris
no,
do
I'm
sexy?
Not doing
do sexy.
No.
Do sexy.
No.
Go on, do sexy.
No.
Do sexy.
No.
Do sexy.
No.
Do sexy.
Santa keeps popping on in the background. Do you want to come back on, Santa? Are you all right there?
Right.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, he's gone.
Not that sort of stream. Retrofunk says, I can't share mine yet. It's all on Facebook, mine, but for something other than reselling, hence the niche I'm aiming for. Chris, blow us a kiss.
I might do in a minute when we finish.
Ah. Santa wants to do sexy.
Oh, Derek sent Santa sent us a little private message saying, I declare this race was won fairly by Derek the Tap Peddler.
Woohoo! Joan says hitting each other with pies and mallets was quite sexy. Was it? Well, apparently,
we had fun afterwards.
Apparently, from what Lana said, I know the funny part of it was the fact that I kept using the word moist.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? Oh,
and other words.
Before we finish, I think we just need this one.
Oh, go on.
We love cooking the Haylands. We love cooking the Haylands. We love cooking the Haylands.
Yay!
We love cooking the Haydens. We love cooking the Haydens. We love cooking the Haydens.
That's Emsden, by the way. If you're not subbed to Emsden, go sub. Okay, right. I think we're done for today. We've just hit the 1 hour 30, so we are definitely finished, aren't we, dear? I hope you've enjoyed the show. Coming up this week, we're going to have a lunch hour live later this week. And a boot sale video out the weekend, of course, as usual. And then we'll be back Monday night. There could be a random video out in the middle of that lot, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see what we've got. What are you looking at?
Nothing.
What are you doing? Oh, babe, that's disgusting.
Wet Billy.
So you want me to blow you all a kiss? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's get all nice and close for this.
You're going to pucker up. You're going to make him kiss your bottom.
Bye.
Oh,
Are we off?
are we off? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're off.
Oh, does that mean I can go to bed?
Yeah, you want to go to bed?
Oh my god, it's like at least half an hour past my bedtime.
You taking me to bed with you?
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Come on, baby. Yes, Cookie, you can come too.